Hi all, welcome back again. Last time I had posted a recipe video. This time again another recipe video that includes what we had for breakfast. These were taken on different days, just showing you the recipe so that you could also try out for your breakfast. Keep watching. Firstly showing a Kerala cuisine, Vellappam and an onion chutney to go along with it. This was high time requested by a few of my viewers. Now for this I had soaked around 2 cups of white rice for almost 5 to 6 hours. Draining the water from it. I am grinding into parts just that the blender doesn't overload. Then you need half to 3/4 teaspoon of yeast. 1 to 1.5 tablespoon of sugar. Don't add too much, it'll become sweet. Then around 1.5 cup of desiccated coconut. I have so far used desiccated ones in Vellappam, never used fresh one. You can add fresh if you like. I am just using the desiccated one. Add some water and grind. Adding the remaining white rice. Again adding little desiccated coconut. Then you need half cup of cooked rice. This is to get the softness. Again add water and grind. The batter shouldn't be a dosa batter consistency nor a neer dosa consistency. It should be in between that. Neither too thick nor too thin. Cover and keep for fermentation at least 6 to 8 hours. I had kept it ready the previous night. You can see it has fermented. Adding some salt and mix. Now you can use a non-stick appam pan. This is the pan for it. But I am making in an iron kadai. The appam tastes much better and the shape remains. Spreading some oil. Adding 1 big spoon of the batter. Just swirl it around. The sides of the appam become crispy and the center will have the rest of the batter settle so it becomes soft in the center. So this is how it's prepared. One appam is ready. Do the rest the same way. Make sure you keep on low to medium flame. Let's move on to the onion chutney preparation. I had once shown this, showing again. I had enough cherry tomatoes in my fridge, so I'm using this. You can go for the normal tomatoes if you don't have the cherry tomatoes. Then 1 onion, some curry leaves, and a few garlic cloves. Chopping everything roughly. Now into the kadai, adding some coconut oil, that's the authentic oil used for this. Adding the chopped onion, tomato and garlic. Add some salt and saute. Cover for a few minutes. Adding some curry leaves. Here I have used Kashmiri Red chilli powder around 2 tablespoons. This is to add a little color. You can use the normal red chilli powder or even go for green chilies, avoiding the red chilli powder completely. Mix everything very well till soft. Let it warm down. Just add a glug of water. Blend it together and the chutney is ready. Now with the leftover Vellappam batter, making another breakfast dish like Uthappam. Usually Uthappams are made with dosa batter, just give a twist. So this was the leftover batter. Chopping up one onion very finely. Chopped a handful of coriander leaves and 2 to 3 green chillies. Now mix the green chillies with the onions. Wash your hands after mixing or else your fingers will start burning. You can even add some carrots chopped, and also if you want you can chop tomatoes too. I'm keeping it as such. Now heat a tawa. Spread some ghee. You can use oil as well. Pour a big spoon of the batter. Just roughly spread it. Shouldn't be very thin. Needn't be in a good shape too. Top it with the onion and green chillies. Then the coriander leaves. Now this is optional, sprinkling some Kashmiri Red chilli powder. It gives a good color and a dash of spiciness. You may avoid it completely if you want. Some more ghee or oil on top. After 2 minutes, flip over to the other side and press lightly. Take it off and it's done. Keep repeating the same way. Now you can have it with any chutney or even use the recipe to make the onion chutney prepared earlier. Do try this, it's really delicious. It goes really well with coconut chutney. This is another simple recipe made usually with leftover chapatis. Here I took 1 onion and 1 tomato. Slice the onion. Chopping 1 tomato. I'm removing the seeds from it to make it less watery. You can even add any veggies like potato, cauliflower, cabbage. It's up to you. You don't have to limit to these. I'm just showing you how I made it simple. Then chopping 2 green chillies. Now heat a vessel, adding a spoon of ghee. Then goes 3 cardamom pods, 3 cloves, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds. Then firstly add the sliced onion and green chillies. Saute well. Then goes in the tomatoes, adding some salt and mix well. Let that get cooked, meanwhile just wiping off the extra water on the chopping board. Take the leftover chapatis and slicing it thinly, just like noodles. You can cut in any shape, squares, or even tear it apart with your hands roughly. The tomatoes are soft now. Adding 1 teaspoon red chilli powder, half teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, and mix well. Adding just very little water. Then goes in the sliced chapatis. Mix well. And it's ready. I had already sent this for my kids in their tiffin to school and even for my husband too, so I'm having it alone. Now this is similar to the previous one. Let's prepare the tuna masala first. For this you need 1 onion, 1 tomato, few garlic cloves, a small piece of ginger and some coriander leaves. Then the main ingredient, that's tuna. You can use cooked chicken as well or keep it without, just like the previous recipe. Chop everything very finely. Here again I am removing the seeds from the tomato. Add some oil in a kadai. Adding around a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Firstly adding ginger and garlic. Let it saute well till the raw smell goes. Then add the onions chopped. Let it saute well again. Meanwhile, I'm just taking out the tuna. It's in sunflower oil. I'm removing the oil from it. Just breaking it down. You can even use any fish from your prepared fish curry or even chicken from your previous dinner. The onions are well sauteed, adding chopped tomatoes. Mix and cook the tomatoes, adding some salt. Once the tomatoes are soft, add around 1 teaspoon red chilli powder, just a pinch or quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon coriander powder, and mix everything well. Then add half teaspoon garam masala powder. Mix well. Then add the tuna into this and finally the chopped coriander leaves. Mix everything well, like roasting it for a few minutes. Now here again I had some leftover pita bread, that's a kubus. I'm using 2. I'm cutting into small squares. You can chop it to any size. Add this to the tuna masala. Mix well till the masala is well covered onto the pita bread slices. And serve. Now my husband is not a fish lover, so I had prepared this when he was not in town. My kids loved this. And that ends today's video. Do try these dishes at home. I'm sure you and your family would love it. And I would love to hear your feedback. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and don't forget the bell icon as well for getting my updates on new videos. Share among your friends and family. See you again with more videos. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.